Good evening, everybody. I call on Dr. Leena Chandrasekhar, the compere for today.
Good evening. Good evening, all. So, I welcome all of you for the Women's Day celebration. And now I request Professor Usha Madam.
Good evening, all, and I wish all of you a happy Women's Day. International Women's Day is celebrated on March 8th every year. You imagine a gender equal world, a world free of bias, stereotypes, and discrimination, a world that diverse, equitable, and inclusive, a world where difference is valued and celebrated. Together, we can forge women's equality. Collectively, we can all inspire inclusion. Celebrate women's achievement, raise awareness about discrimination, take action to drive gender parity. International Women's Day belongs to everyone, everywhere. Inclusion means all International Women's Day action is valid. We from IEEE WIE Bangalore Section Affinity Group have put together a very small and very wonderful event with our friends from different sections. We shall have 3 distinguished young women leaders who will be introduced, join the bridge, who wish to share their stories on getting a handle on the career trajectory the WIE way. I welcome all the speakers. I welcome all the participants. I welcome all the volunteers for this wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you for a very warm welcome. And I also welcome the other members who have joined us, the EXICOM members and Dr. Abhishek Appaji. And now I request our chair to introduce the speakers. Ashwini, Madam.
Before we introduce the speakers, I have we have a small video from the Women in Engineering team. I request Madhu to kindly play the video for us. The audio is not enabled. Madhu?
Yes, ma'am. Is the video not clear?
Audio is not enabled.
1 minute, ma'am. I'll just enable. I'll just play it.
Well, until Madhu comes online, so there is just 3 messages from me. The first one is to take care of yourselves. You are the most valuable gift that you can give to the world. Love yourself. Take care. Be kind to yourself. Second is a statement. Well, I see that we have already gone beyond the clouds and are reaching out to farther planets, deep space, even to the stars. We have come a long way. And I feel that the ceiling is in our minds. Nonetheless, the reality I know is stark, but there's a solution. Well, here's the third thing. The last one is a request to collaborate. Let's reach out to our sisters, help them, or seek their help when things get tough. You're not alone. Together, we can go far ahead. I'm sure we will. ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇರೋಣ, ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದನ್ನು ಯೋಚಿಸಿ, ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ. Let's think of good things together and do them together. Madhu, I don't think the audio will be on. So I suggest that we skip the video and and go on for the address by Sudeshna Ji, our Vice Chair. Hello, Madhu. Can we stop
Yes,
playing
ma'am.
the video and kindly share the screen, please, with
Yes.
our Vice Chair for India Council, Ms. Sudeshna Chaudhary, her address and her photo on the screen, please. Yes, thank you. I have the privilege of introducing Ms. Sudeshna to all of you. She's the Director for Sustainability and Multi-Cloud Partnerships in Partner Ecosystems and Alliances at Tata Consultancy Services. She is very passionate about data for good and sustainability solutions and is keen on networking and collaborating across industries and academic institutions. She is the IEEE India Council Vice Chair for Women in Engineering and a senior member from the Kolkata section and past chair for Women in Engineering IEEE Kolkata section. She is the first chapter lead in India for Women in Data and Asia region head for the same. So without much ado, Sudeshna Di, it's over to you.
Thank you so much, Ashwini, and I apologize everyone. I am on the road, so there must be a lot of disturbance behind me. A very short message from me. Ashwini has already said so nicely how it matters to all of us, and I would just like to say one small thing, that after joining IEEE, and for me the journey has been very recent. I have joined IEEE in 2019, and since then my life has completely changed, and what is most important is the networking and connecting with each other and collectively proving a difference to the world. So that is how, and my role as the Women in Engineering Chair for Kolkata section, and currently I'm the Vice Chair Women in Engineering in India Council. The whole family of IEEE as well as Women in Engineering is the foundational element for what I am today. So all the good wishes for all of you, and a very happy Women's Day to all of you. Thank you.
Many thanks. Thank you for joining us despite your busy schedule. So next, well, kindly accept a small memento, an e-plaque from Bangalore section.
Thank you.
We are touched beyond our words. Thank you so much. So our next speaker for the day is Miss Simai. So we are very lucky to have with us this young lady. Just a minute, please. Simai is a sustainable energy expert and a multi-award winning entrepreneur in the energy industry. She is the CEO and founder of AK Energy Consulting, a firm that provides a wide range of environmental consulting services to achieve sustainability goals, from conducting environmental impact assessments to developing and implementing carbon management plans and a comprehensive range of supply chain solutions for a clean energy technology. Akar has had a strong background in photovoltaic manufacturing, battery storage, and renewable energy systems, having worked in multicultural and multinational enterprises in roles as sales and marketing director, head of overseas marketing, and chief commercial officer and co-founder. She is an IEEE senior member and an acknowledged volunteer since 2007. A graduate of Middle East Technical University, Ankara, Turkey, she's participated in Energy Innovation and Emerging Technologies program at Stanford University, and is very passionate about advancing cutting-edge battery technologies. Akar is currently CEO and founder at AK Energy Consulting. Her past roles include Chief Commercial Officer and co-founder at Inosis, Sales and Marketing Director, Eco Renewable Energy, and Head of Overseas Marketing at Talison Solar. She has worked in China and Turkey, and most mostly focused on international commercial activities and has been employed by CSUN Eurasia, Schneider Electric, Arcelec, the erstwhile BICO, and Lucida Solar. A well-rounded individual with diverse sets of skills and interests. She is a certified soft skills trainer and is also in the Turkish Women in Renewables North America Liaison and is a member of the sailing team and the KYSKD, the Female Sailors Sports Club Association, and regularly participates in open sea swimming races, marathons, and sailing cup. There is a long list of her achievements. The most significant of them is the most recent IEEE Theodore W. Hissey Outstanding Young Professional Award won very recently in 2024, the IEEE Clementina Sadua Award in 23, winner of eMobility Plus 40 Under 40 2023, the WINE or the Women in New Energy Entrepreneur of the Year 2022 Award, the IEEE MGA Diversity and Inclusion Award 2022. The list goes on, and she's also won the PES Robert Noberini Distinguished Contributions to Engineering Professionalism Award in 2022. She is currently the IEEE HTB, the Humanitarian Technologies Board Best Practices and Projects Committee Chair, and the MGA representative to the HTB Board and representative to the IEEE MOVE Global Committee. I'm sorry it took so long, but I felt I had to do justice. So without much ado, I request Simar to take over the stage. Would you want me to share the slides or would you be?
Thank you so much for the introduction. May I share the slides from my side?
That would be great.
Sure. That will be easy to coordinate. Yes. Can you see my slides?
Coming up.
Yep.
Not
Can you
yet.
see the slides? Let's wait a bit.
Yes. Yes.
You can? That's awesome. Well, I'm really honored being, just like in this webinar and hosted by, just like Bangalore section, which is very important for also our women in engineering family. And, just like we're probably proud of all the members and just like all the members' achievements and the affinity group's achievements. Well, thank you for all your contributions. I'm very happy, just to support whenever you really need this collaboration. And as you already introduced, just like briefly, this is Simaya Kar, and I'm passionate volunteer of IEEE, and just like passionate for clean energy technologies. Well, I discovered my path and this journey. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can see as well. There's just a small block or a patch or rectangular on the right side. If there is something, if you can move it towards the side, that would be great.
This is? Can you?
Okay. Okay, please continue.
Can you see better now?
Yes, we can see it. It's much better now. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. So like, so I'm currently in Humanitarian Technologies Board, but I've been involved in different IEEE organizational units. But for my involvement to IEEE technical societies as a student member, I joined this journey as a student member in IEEE student branch and discovered the whole IEEE organizational structure over the years. But more importantly, I discovered my passion in technology with IEEE experiences, with IEEE student branch ecosystem back in my student years. So that's why it's very important for me because, and learning about the technology that I want to focus and also, discovering my own passion was also connected to IEEE network, which I want to highlight here. See my, okay. So it's important for everybody to discover your own passion in life. What motivates you in life? Which technology you're gonna, just like you will have pleasure, contributing and the future direction of that technology. Like all the initiatives you're just taking for your career path and in life, it's all about your passion. So this passion really matters. So like I was just lucky to discover my own passion, what I want to do, and when I was changing my, just like comfort zone, you know, just going out of different technology direction or changing my career path. It was all about my passion. So like this is my this is important for me to highlight here. So like in your life, in your career path, from the beginning or in the middle of the journey, because you know learning is lifelong. So like going out of comfort zone is never easy for anybody, but it's important to understand there are steps that makes you even better in this, you know, in this journey. So like where you feel safe and control in their journey, you will feel you know, just like you will have the fear of going out of comfort zone when you step out, but then start learning in this journey. So like, and everything new and you know, just new things as brings you growth opportunity in this journey will be on the way. So it's important for you to discover, you know, just like be aware what's going on also out of your comfort zone. In my journey, I was like, first I discovered I was passionate for solar energy. So like after working for a couple of corporate solar energy manufacturers. So like whenever I had an opportunity with all the passion that we're having, you know, all the network from the industry, from my AAA friends, talking about what is the future direction for clean energy technologies. So like we discovered, it was important for us to invest our time and passion and dedication. One of the future technologies supports the solar energy. So I ended up in battery storage technologies. So like I became co-founder of one of the manufacturers. And so with my friends. So it was actually discovering what is the passion, what is your passion, what you can do in life. This could be also your personal life. It's not only just career, but I'm referring career in this story. So like what is going on out of your comfort zone? I'm still passionate for the clean energy technologies. What can I do next? So for my journey, it was the battery storage technologies. And moreover, doing like, you know, just supporting the whole the clean energy network, like manufacturers, what they can do better, how they can reach their sustainability goals, because I'm passionate for sustainability. So in volunteering journey, I'm contributing to humanitarian technology initiatives, and I was you know, just lucky to be on board, and I got appointed for several years. I was in humanitarian activities committee, site steering committee, today in the humanitarian technologies board. So I'm passionate for sustainability. What else I can do for this area? So it's actually in your journey. You need to discover your own passion. So like and what you're aiming to overcome, because you know, like when you decide going out of your you know, going out of your comfort zone, it will never be easy. So then you would need to be aware of that challenges. And once you're just like a new grad, you know, or you know, just like as a middle you know, level management, so you will always face with different challenges. You decide to go out of your comfort zone. The first thing you're waiting for is a challenge. It will never be easy. That's why it's beautiful. So I always describe this journey as a beautiful, because my journey wasn't easy, and I like it. I want to learn from that journey. So that's why you need to get comfortable with your discomfort, because you know, like whenever you step out from your comfort zone, it will be a little bit uncomfortable, but that will make the story even more beautiful. So, and you need to outline the benefits. You're just changing your life. You're making decision at the early stage or middle, you know, like mid-level, or you know, just when you're very experienced professional, well-known professional in your you know, just like technical field. So like when you decide to change your life, you know, just you need to understand what are the benefits. You need to outline well, because you need to have plan B, you know, just like, and flexible enough. When things go sideways, you need to accept the situation quickly and have a B plan. So that will make your journey better. And you need to adopt the growth mindset, because you know, just like whatever which path you choose, no matter which path you choose, there are a lot of growth opportunities. Once you discover these growth opportunities, once you're able to see these growth opportunities, you will take advantage of them. And so like You need to understand failure is not guaranteed, you know, like you will fail several times, but it's important to learn from them quickly and you know, recover quickly. You know, this is also important for every journey. Academia, industry, entrepreneurship, there are so many options in your story, but every decision you make, the success is not guaranteed in every decision behind. So you may fail, but you need to step up quickly, and you need to learn from how you failed and make it better next time. But it's never guaranteed, so you need to be comfortable with your decisions. And it's important to build the confidence in yourself. So like, you're the one, you know, just making all of these happen. And you know, just like, discover your creativity, because you know, like, you can enjoy every day of your life with the passion, and you can you know, discover your own creativity. Whatever you are doing, you know, you can do on your own way, and you can make it really enjoyable. So it's also important. And don't forget to balance life and career and everything, because you know, just like, it really matters how we age. So how much enjoying our life, how much enjoying this career path or daily life. So like, we need to improve the quality of life and you need to be comfortable with your own journey, and push yourself hard, but don't push yourself too far. So you need to discover your own limits. Make sure how you can succeed with them. And there will be always negative, you know, influences around you. Just don't focus what you believe in yourself, and you know, just like, you can find your own potential. Focus on discovering your own potential in your own journey. That really matters. And in the, you know, just like the corporate life, the companies are adding more women to C-suite, so C-level, and you know, just for the entry level. So diversity really matters, and we're seeing the changes by, you know, several reports today, and we're seeing there are signs this glass ceiling is cracking. So like, you have the opportunity to always believe in yourself and never hesitate, you know, just try to apply, and growing in your own companies or academy, wherever you are working. So like, be aware, if there is a growth opportunity, you will able to make it. So that is actually you. And so like, we have a wonderful network to support each other, and we're lucky to celebrate International Women's Day together with our Women in Engineering network. We'll keep support each other, and we will keep inspiring each other. And don't forget, life begins at the end of your comfort zone. So like, you should be ready for any challenge, so you'll make it happen. Thank you for everyone. And thank you for our IEEE Bangalore section for hosting this wonderful webinar.
Lina?
Thank you so much, Simon. Yeah, thank you so much. That was a very good talk by you. And I'm sure these directions are going to help all our participants to explore beyond the comfort zone. Thank you so much. And happy Women's Day to you.
Happy Women's Day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So now we will go on to our next speaker. Ashwini Madam, would you like to introduce our speaker?
Thank you, Miss Lina. So, Professor Lina, sorry. Yeah. So we
It's okay.
have yeah. So we have with us another young lady, very distinguished, very quiet, and very shy and unbecoming. So I've had the privilege of interacting with her quite some time. I take pleasure in introducing Dr. Akila Vijayatunga, lecturer in the Faculty of Technology, University of Sri Jayawardhanapura, Sri Lanka. She currently serves as an executive committee member of the Region 10 and is the chair of IEEE Power and Energy Society Sri Lanka. She is the past chair of both IEEE Women in Engineering Sri Lanka section and the IEEE Sri Lanka section's Young Professionals Affinity Group. She completed a PhD degree in electrical and electronic engineering, and her research interests include power systems, smart grid applications, and specifically dynamic line rating. She also serves as the regional coordinator of IEEE Art and Robotics Competition and co-chair of the Global IEEE Power and Energy Society Mentoring Initiative and IEEE PES Global Student Congress. She was awarded the NSF Research Award 2018 under the Engineering Science and ICT category. She was a scholar of Erasmus PhD Exchange Program 2017. Integrating renewables into the electrical grid boosts capacity and resilience, aided by dynamic line rating, the DLR, and demand side management, the DSM. DLR adjusts transmission line capacity in real time, adapting to changing environmental conditions. DSM optimizes consumer demand, reducing strain during peak periods. The combined approach ensures efficient use of renewable energy, mitigating grid congestion and enhancing reliability. By dynamically managing supply and demand, the grid becomes more adaptable to renewable integration. So laying the groundwork for a sustainable energy future with robust grid infrastructure capable of meeting and evolving energy demands. So this is where her core interest lies in. And I would like to hear a lot from Akila as to how she gets her energy to, manage so many things. Thank you so much.
Thank
Over
you,
to you.
Ashwini. Yeah, thank you. And thank you, IEEE Bangalore section. And even thank you, Simei, for the nice talk. And I think when you hear about Simei, it's like the kind of the bar that she had put for any of us to reach. And I think she has told us her experiences where you can also think how to reach there. Even I got a lot of things from her. Thank you, Simei, for that. And just to let you know, as Ashwini contacted me as we were doing some other activities in Region 10 and in different ways. So I just wanted to tell my experience, but with a more technical background of what engineering is and why we want to do engineering with a great interest for it. So I just name it, the title goes as the Unleash the Power Inside You. Let's go and see what we can do and what are the talents and capabilities we have in us, which we might not know as of now. So if you think about our scientific world, there are different levels of talents that we meet each day. So I'm from academia mostly, but my projects mostly work with the industry in power sector. And Simei is like going for entrepreneurship, then working in the industry with the real technological approaches and heading a lot of IEEE global positions. So we all are in different levels. And if you think all of you are in one of these categories, I'm hearing an echo. I believe it's not from myself.
I'll try to mute her.
Okay. Let me try again. Okay. So if you are like thinking as an engineer, there are different levels that we can start with. So if you go for the very basic level, even when you talk about someone who is from a non-engineering background, or even who is someone still learning what to do in engineering, so they might have the idea there is something going on in the world, but they don't pay attention to it. They just don't want to get involved in that one. So as a kid, maybe we are in that level, but when it comes to the learning process, we will be moving ahead all of these levels, and we might go beyond the scientist level one day. So sometimes you must be curious. That is where our engineering background starts mostly. As kids, you might remember like you were curious about things, and as women in engineering, we are like going towards for it to get more experience, to get the more hardware approaches to solve the problems, because we are lack of it sometimes. So that's what the general interpretation for women in engineering. So we might be having the curiosity, so we go out and look for the things. Then we come to the level of a scholar, and I believe most of you are either undergraduates or graduates or professors and industrial people. So we are at a certain level that we have identified what our talents and our capacities are. And what IEEE did for all of us, I believe we all agree to that, it has helped us as an institution, as a society, as a community. It has helped us to identify our talents, our capabilities first. Then it has given us the platform to improve them without any
Akila?
limitation.
Akila, if you
Yes.
can stop
Yes.
sharing, then I'll have Madhu share the screen from my end. Is that okay?
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. So we'll try to share the screen. Meanwhile, you can continue, please. Thank you.
Sure. So I'll keep my slides for the moment. It's not interrupted, right? For the moment, I'll just keep it as it is then. That's okay.
Yes.
So going towards the definition of engineering, as we are all from an engineering background mostly, so we will be looking forward for different approaches in engineering. So what's really engineering means, I just wanted to let you go through that definition. Engineering is use of scientific principles to design, build machines, structures, and other items, including bridges, tunnels, roads, vehicles, and buildings. So if you look for the definition, but the real definition will come later, which also goes aligned with the IEEE motto for us. So we have heard about what is engineering, what we want to do, and why we are here as women in engineering or from anyone from the engineering background. Next slide, please. So when you think about who we are, so different people might have different viewpoints about an engineer. So this is just a meme. It's not the truth, but this is the general public awareness about engineering. So my friends will think in a different way. My parents will think in a different way, or what I will be thinking, what I'm doing as an engineer might be different. So first of all, we need to identify where we are. Then we will learn how to go ahead with the talents and capabilities and improve them. As Ime also was telling, you are living in a comfort zone. If you want to jump away from it and go for a better zone, you have to identify where you are and your limits now, then how to expand them for the further improvements. Next slide. So I won't take much time, but if you are interested to share this one with your friends or with your colleagues or students, you can just ask them what you really think about engineering. Like when it comes to the term of engineering, we might have different definitions or different viewpoints, as that what was in that meme will also help you to think in different ways. But even though we are like telling we are in the engineering discipline, we might also have not taken it in the correct way. Sometimes we don't know. So just give a look and see what engineering means to you, not for any definition, not for anyone else's viewpoints, but for you, what engineering means. So it's just a small exercise you could do and get the idea about what we are really doing in the industry as well. Next slide. So just to let you know why, as Ashwini asked me to talk about it, she asked me to tell the journey and why we could be able to do these things. So it's like, it's not a journey that we got it like staying at home and not doing anything. It's about, even when it comes to IEEE, that is the home that we grew and had our talents improved. And even though if you are a volunteer and if you are getting into a small event like this, you will get connected with a lot of people that you even don't know, which one day they can be a good friend and a professional friend. And it's like a family. IEEE friends are like a family to us who will help us to grow ourselves. Then along with that, I was really afraid of doing presentations way back, but when it comes to the activities that we had to do, there's no way of saying no. And no one will actually tell you, okay, this is wrong, you can't do this anymore. There's nothing like that in this volunteering platforms we are working with, but we have to come to the standards for the people that we are working with. Like if you take the global exposure in the IEEE, you have seen how the leaders do presentations and what their vision is. So you will grow to that level and understand your professional life and how to build up your career for a good level. So started the journey as Sime also mentioned from the student branch, then went to the different levels in Sri Lanka section as YP chair, WI chair. Now currently I'm holding the IEEE PS chair, Sri Lanka section chair, and also then working in the Region 10 Executive Committee. Beyond that, when it comes to an interesting thing to do in IEEE, we all like to do it. So regardless of the position, it's what we enjoy and the self-satisfaction we have. And also, I would like to highlight one point here. I started a company like way back in second year of my undergraduate study, which helped me to learn what I can do and what I cannot do. So it has a lot of interactions with the industrial people. So we were in the second year, we had no idea initially, but there was a good leader for us who could tell us what to do and had a good vision. So with that, we got together as a small group of 4 people and worked towards these improvements of the company as well. That I'm no longer a part of it, but I really love the experience I got during that time, like talking to the people in the industry at in Sri Lankan context, but in global context as well. So how to pitch an idea for them. So that was a good learning process. So if you are undergraduates or if you are graduates working towards this goal, there is no limitation for you, and even there is no constraints that you have in your career. So you can turn it around in many ways that you could think of. It's just the experience we share here can be a small point that you can think, okay, I can do this, I will go ahead with that. That's what we are looking forward. Next slide, please. I just used my next slide for many presentations because it showcases what we can do and also what we should not be afraid of. So this is one of the testing I did in my PhD studies. So where we had to test these high tension cables for a dynamic line weighting. So we had to prepare our sensors. That's only me actually. When we say we, it's a PhD project. So I was the only member of the team. So we had to prepare this one and hang this on the high tension lines and do the testing. The most worried point of my testing is they will be switching off the wind turbine and the wind farm, and also they will be switching off the grid substation just for the installation of these devices. So if this is not working, I have a risk. Okay, how can I say I want to do it again? I had a mistake in my device, so how I'm going to do this again, and you want to switch it off again. So it was a bit of a challenge, but luckily with many ground testing, we were able to do this successfully. So I like to make sure that every girl here who want to go to a job or a career or a testing or in academia that teaches you a lot of hardware skills and also the academical skills. There's no limitation for you, and don't be afraid to be in the field and do the things that will help you to improve, even though sometimes it feels like, okay, I have a doubt whether I can do this or not, but it will really get you into the level that you want to run it if you do it in a proper way. So the next slide, please. So I told you, like, when it comes to the engineering, we will see the definition of engineering in a while. So it's a profession in which scientific knowledge gained by study, experience, and practice is applied with judgment to develop the ways of economically utilize the material and forces of the nature for the benefit of mankind. So if you think about the vision and mission of IEEE, it also goes aligned with this definition. So we are here to provide the solutions that will be in the benefit of mankind, and we are here to use our knowledge for the betterment of the future of our globe. So we have resources here as engineers, women in engineers. We are so resourceful and go ahead with this, make collaborations, have good technical solutions, put them into the reality, and go ahead with the solutions that help to the mankind. So that is your objective. And as the title goes, as how you can tackle your career and how can we get success in our career as women in engineering. it's all about finding the solution for the real problem that exists in the world. So that's what engineering means. And as women in engineering, we are very much lucky because we engage with the household things and we see how people work together in a house and we know what are the problems. So even when you go to the society, you will see these problems are coming. So what are the solutions I can provide? So if you go for different solutions in different countries, you can learn from each other and share the knowledge and apply them in different ways. So like IEEE has all these connections done. So if you come to HTB, so we have every country in this world getting connected to those projects and we share the knowledge with each other. So that's the resource that you can take out from this IEEE platform and work towards with the future. Next slide. Yes. So just to show you what we have came through. So we initiated our industrial revolution with the invention of wheels, they say. So now we are thinking about how to fly a car. So that's where we are. Then when it comes to the invention of a bulb, so we started with a very minimum resources, and then now we are at a level, even we can change the illumination level or the color of the bulb in real time. So that's the development in the technology. So that's we are really good at. So make sure that your contribution is technical and also how you can pitch your ideas to a better world as engineers. Next slide. So when we are at the pandemic, we had issues. We learned what we can do and where we are as a world. So as you are doing maybe you are doing your final year projects, maybe you are doing your master's project, or you are working with the industry with a project. The actual thing is, if you plan on something and if you really find the problem is well identified, your solutions will be a solution that changes the whole world. Now with the generative AI applications or this simple application, we can think of in a ChatGPT to use it for a betterment of a hardware solution that we do. So those things came to us as tools. So you are here because of these people who did these inventions. So you can be one of them who will introduce a new technology to this world. But again, it's like it won't come like one night. So you have to try hard and you have to do your testing. Don't be afraid to fail. So you learned it before also. Now you're also learning. There's no limitation. No one will be stopping us. The nicest thing about this women in engineering networking is we can share our difficulties with each other and understand, okay, I'm not the only person who faced these problems. Everyone else in the industry also see these things, face these things. So I can learn from them and find a good way to go ahead. Next slide, please. So then again, we think about the technological advancements. I wanted to add this slide because we are not going away from the technological side of engineering because we are women in engineering. We have to always follow the trends. And sometimes there is a kind of a myth saying, okay, only men can run a company, or it's not like that. We are there to help them, or they are here to help us. So it's a well-connected ecosystem we have here. It's not about who is the best. It's not about whether men and women are the best. It's not that. It's about how we can work together from the point that someone else will not see, but we can see. So that is the diversity we are adding to the engineering disciplines. So be there and always track the trends. And if you are working on a new project, you might see, okay, in next 3 or 5 years, what are the technologies they predict that will be the most trending technologies. So in that way, you can incorporate them in your projects and learn about them and working towards the better future. Next slide. And so with this engineering experiences we are having, we can actually go ahead with a lot of solutions for the world. So it's like when you have a good engineering solution, it's all about getting the ability to access any service you want, and physical asset or tool you need will be there for you to use. And if it is a solution, we should have it when we need it and where we are needing it. So that's why we are like very easily get connected now through the WebEx or through any other online platform. We are now, whenever we need, we have the resource and we know how to use it. That's the most important thing. And also it's a tool that helps us to get this networking done. So that is the magical thing that we have in the engineering. So it's really connected to our lives. So if you are looking forward for a good career development, always make sure that solution that you provide has an impact to the society and the humankind. Even as an individual, think for real, if this is going to go ahead, will this help for us to have a good engineering solution? So in the future, if I say a few trends that will come, the data is already a trend. And even if you go for these technological approaches with generated AI and all other industrial 6.0 or beyond that, or 6G and beyond that. So there are a lot of technologies you can give a look. So always be updated. Don't be a person who only knows about the theories, but the tools and the applications of it. Next slide. And also when we are looking for a job, the most important thing the industry will expect from you is the adaptation of technology increases. So it's more than important when it comes to an interview. If there are 5 people, if you see a candidate who is very keen to learn and who is willing to take risk and learn it and try on a solution, so that is the advantage they have in an interview. So you are the person who will have these skills in future. And not only that, the critical thinking and the problem solving skill, this won't come in one night or without experience. That's true. But more you get engaged with these kind of activities and talk to people. So it's not just a social activity we are doing sometimes. Like, even though we talk here what to do to make sure your career is good and how to improve your career, but in other terms, if we meet, we can talk about our technological experiences as well. So that will help us. Okay, how I can solve this problem. So I remember someone told me like this was their approach. So can I use the same, or will it be different? So that how you will take the experience by not the number of years you live, but from the number of events that you may participate or learn. So I believe that is a good thing for you to do. And also self-management in future or nowadays, we cannot survive without reskilling or upskilling ourselves. So if you are from IT industry, you might know this more than us, but even I'm also from a power sector, but it's even we are dealing with AC currents, DC currents. We also need to have our skills reskilled and also upskilled. So it's like it can be a kind of a 2 months thing, 3 months thing, or you have to study for 6 months and learn it and apply it. So don't be afraid to do that. So to do all these things, you have to have your self-management. So that helps us a lot. And Ashwini might agree, when we are doing volunteering, our time has to be managed well. Otherwise, it's like we have to commit for things in volunteering where we cannot get rid of. If I get a position and if I promise to do things, I have to work on that. But our career is also there as our main task, but we have to manage our time and get the benefit from all and give the impact to the people who are looking forward to get it from us. So I believe that self-management is very important. And just to conclude, like next slide. So these are the opportunities we get and the networking we had. So it's all about how you manage your time, do your critical thinking, learn from others, enjoy your volunteering activities. So without any restriction, you can reach any position in this volunteering platform in IEEE and also in Women in Engineering. And it's not like you will be treated specially because we are in Women in Engineering, but we are special. So we will get our talent upskilled and we will showcase our talents to the world and get together and work on this one goal to make the life better for all the people who lives in this world. So I believe I will stop there because a few other things, I think I have exceeded the time even. So thank you very much, Ashwini. And also if there is another opportunity for us to get network and do some collaborative activities from the technical aspect of IEEE as well as this kind of social aspects. So it's good for us to work together, and I'm really happy to see you all today. And if you need to contact me for any other things, we can keep in touch and have more activities done together. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Akila. I think you spoke very nicely about the responsibilities volunteers can have towards IEEE. And thank you so much for giving wonderful directions on how to get started with their careers. And I'm sure most of us will take some tips from here. So thank you so much and happy Women's Day to you.
So kindly
Thank you and happy
accept
Women's
this.
Day.
Thank you. Kindly accept this small e-memento on behalf of Bangalore Section Affinity Group.
Thank you all.
Yes, and most certainly we will take up on your offer to collaborate with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So now we move on to our next speaker, and I request Ashwini Madam to introduce Prasida.
Thank you. The pleasure is all mine to see this young lady blossom out into a very successful engineer. So I have the pleasure today to introduce to all of you Ms. Prasida Praveen Kalbavi, currently working as a software engineer at Google, former intern at Stackwalk Technologies, NITK, Mangalore. She was a software engineering intern at Google in 2022, apart from being Generation Google Scholar in 2021 for the APAC, the Asia Pacific countries scholar. And the Generation Google Scholarship for Women in Computer Science was established to help students pursuing in the computer science degrees excel in this technology and become leaders in the field. Selected students receive $2,500 US dollars for an academic year based on the strength of each candidate's commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion, demonstrated leadership, and academic performance. Apart from this, she has evinced keen interest in coding and hackathons, being first runners-up at American Express Fort Street in 2021, and has won the runners-up in MIT COVID-19 Challenge and Hack for the Future Hackathon, also organized a codathon by GHCI in 2021. A winner with rank 23 NTSE Stage 1, she holds a BTech degree from Manipal Institute of Technology and Computer and Communication Engineering 2019 to 2023. She served as chair, IEEE Student Branch Manipal, and ML head, the machine learning head, and Women in Engineering General Secretary. She has certifications in Introduction to Big Data, Google HashCode 2022, Deep Learning Essentials with Keras, Practical MongoDB for Absolute Beginners, the NoSQL database, Google Kickstarts 2021, and so on and so forth. So very nice to have you. I take this opportunity to also welcome our section chair and all the section executive members over here. Thank you. Prasida, over to you. We'll stop sharing. I hope you can share your screen. Okay, nice to have you here. I think you're on mute. We are unable to hear you.
Can you hear me?
Your voice is a little feeble. Okay, better.
Yeah, so hello everyone. Thanks for the introduction, Ashwini ma'am. It's a pleasure being here, and yeah, happy Women's Day to all the women present here today. And yeah, I think both the previous speakers have given like a really good talk today, and mine is probably more of a student to industry journey because I'm like very new to the industry as well. So yeah, to get started with, can you see my screen being changed?
No, I don't see the transition. I just see the first slide. Yes.
Yeah, you can, right? Okay. Yeah, sure. So I think Ashwini ma'am has already introduced but yeah, I am 6 months into the industry. I've been working as a software engineer at Google. And yeah, I think 4 years ago, I was mostly a student entering into college with no idea like how is life going to be from up then. It was like just making new friends, meeting new people, and getting to understand the world. And then yeah, but I knew one thing. I knew I wanted to be in IT industry because something from technology always used to excite me. How things work and technology used to excite me, and I knew I wanted to be part of the IT industry. but I didn't know how to get there or what was the journey, how is the journey going to be like, nothing. I was pretty clueless. And I think, yeah, so when I got into college, it was like just with a bunch of other people around college, I saw people like, doing a lot of things. There are people who are like really experts in one field. They know a lot of things, people studying out and figuring out new things in college. And, it was like, there are so many things going on that I didn't know where I had to start or what to do or what is the right thing for me. Or what is that I really want to do? Like, which field do I pick up? Or what is the right way for me to reach where I want to reach? And so it all started like the first thing I heard from people is know your fundamentals well. And I think that is a really important thing. So back then in college, I think, yeah, since I was a computer engineering student itself, so we had classes on data structures, algorithms, operating systems, database management, etc. And yeah, so I, just like every other college student, I used to attend classes and learn from this. But then I also heard from like peers in college that, in interviews, you need a lot more. And it was also there was so much competition going on, and there were so many things that like, it was more like, okay, I know these are the things I have to do, but what is the right thing? Like, what is the right way to do it? And what is the thing that will work for me? Because every person I met told me different things, and everything I used to try it for a while, but some of them worked, some of them didn't work. But from my perspective, like, what worked for me was like getting a good understanding of how things work. Like, if whenever there's a particular topic, say data structures and algorithms, what is data structures algorithms? Why are we using it? Where are we using it? And what is the use case in real life? Matching or mapping it to real life is something that you connect with it more easily, and I think that is something we have to do in any field that we are in. And that is what I started doing, and then I saw things working. So say a good example would be something like, say I pick out a data structure question, and initially I don't know how to solve it, and I see everyone around me doing it, and I'm like, okay, probably I am not good enough. But then after a while, like, I understand more, figure out things, and then, okay, this is how I do it. And after trying it for a while, I figure out, oh, this is how it is supposed to be done. I think that is some learning that most college students go through. And I think one thing that matters here is not giving up and, keep trying as well. One important thing that kind of helped me in college was hackathons and internships. So to start with, like in first year, there was this opportunity of Smart India Hackathon, which was, there was an internal level going on in college. And back then I didn't really know what a hackathon was. Everyone was participating in it. And I just knew, okay, it's something wherein you're going to build something. You have a time slot of like 8 or 12 hours, and you're supposed to be there and build something using technology. And a group of us, we were deciding to go. A lot of people said, like, what's the use going? You don't know what to do. You don't know anything. What will you do there? But then I thought, okay, maybe I don't know, but there's nothing wrong in trying. So let me go try. And I think that was a changing point for me, because I went in, we spent 12 hours the entire day there. And then there was not much we could do, but it was a great learning opportunity. I saw what seniors were doing. I saw what other teammates were doing. I realized, oh, this is how things are happening. It was a good place, I think, for networking. It gave me exposure to the industry as well as academia. We had mentors, like over the years, like I've taken part in a lot of hackathons. And one best thing about it was like mentors from the academia as well as from the industry. They helped us a lot. Like they gave us the industry exposure as well as the academic exposure. There was like research papers being written, and we got to know like how are they doing the research, how is it done, how are things happening. Even industry side, we got to know how are things working in the industry, like what exactly is the industry about, what happens in the industry. And this was one of the good things. And one more thing was problem solving. We got to learn like how a project happens end to end. Any kind of project, it could be an electronics project or tech project or any field. But how does it happen end to end? Like initially, there's ideation. Someone comes up with the idea because they face some issue, and then they also like go towards like what is the best solution, and they write up some docs regarding it. Like they go to few people, experts, talk to them, figure out if it's the best solution. And the entire procedure, like even at the end, once you have it ready, you make it out to public, you keep testing it, you ensure that it reaches out to a larger audience. There's a lot of things that happens. And all this, I think, as a student in the initial days, I had no idea about. So taking part in hackathons conducted like in the global level helped me like have an exposure to this. So back to the day when people told me like taking part in this hackathon, like you're not going to achieve anything, I think that was wrong. I think it gave me a lot of exposure. And if I'd missed that, probably I wouldn't have like learned all of this by now as well. And I think like it also mentions one thing. So initially, like if I had decided, okay, I won't do this today, probably some other day, probably when I'm much more prepared, probably that day wouldn't have come. Like I think even now, if I'm trying something new, I'm not prepared. So I think it's also important that you don't wait until you're prepared to try out something. Worst case, you don't achieve it, but it's still an exposure and it's still something new that you're trying. So we shouldn't be afraid to try out something new is, I think, what is very important for any person as well. And I've also like taken like internships from different places, and that was also a good exposure for me. Coming to the next thing, I was also part of technical clubs in college. I was part of IEEE for like 3 years. I was also part of the WA community in college. I was also part of another club in college called as ICSE, which was a computer science club, for 2 years. And I think being part of these clubs, the best thing was the that community that I got, because it is like when you're doing something individually, it might seem hard, but when you have a group or a community with you who is in the same stage as you, but everyone's trying, it inspires you also to try harder. So I think that was like, I saw other students, other friends around me, and we kind of found a group of ourselves, like a group that is interested to try out new things in different fields. And I think that was one of the best things that these clubs provided. And also a lot of like, I think IEEE has like a lot of research papers available that we could, keep track of, professors that we could connect with and work under. As well as I think because of IEEE, we were connected to different colleges and students from those colleges. And I've like also I have a lot of friends from other colleges who are part because of IEEE and the clubs, because of these clubs, because of these opportunities. So I think like every student should also, or even every professional, I think it's very important to like be part of these kind of communities, because networking is definitely a plus for any field and anything that is there. Other than this, like looking back now, what I think about is some of the things that, happened because I was involved in all of this, is like improvement in soft skills. And soft skills is something that is very important for anyone. And a lot of people have, they might be good at speaking when it's a non-professional place or something, but they are more like, probably you could have heard of imposter syndrome. People might, not be very active, or they might know something. It happens in class as well. Like someone has an answer but doesn't want to answer because they think about what would people around me think about them. So I think being part of communities like these also help you improve your soft skills. And I think what really helped me in my journey till now, and I think what everyone should follow, is like should be hardworking, dedicated, and have a commitment towards like that you want to do something. And I think hard work should be something that is also very regular. It's not like one day I want to do something, and for a while I think you don't do anything. I mean, I've been at that stage, but I think it's very important to, be consistent as well. Also, it's very important, to learn how to work with a team, because in every day, like we meet new people, we, work with different people, we engage with different people, and it's very important to, know how to communicate with each and every one of them, because everyone comes with different experiences, different level, like they're of different levels. So it's very important. I think teamwork is a very important attribute that one should have. One should also know how to communicate with others and how to, bring out the point that they have inside themselves. And it's also very important to collaborate with others as well. So I think soft skills is also something that I didn't have initially, but being part of clubs and taking part in hackathons really helped me develop my soft skills as well. So yeah, I think going forward, like what I would like to suggest to everyone is that any field that you're in, it's some kind of learning. Like like I think Akira also mentioned, like if you see in technology, there's a trend like up till 2027, there are new technologies coming up. So every day there's something new to learn. It could be in any field, and you should like put in your efforts to learn it. Never give up, and yeah, then you can keep going. And yeah, that's it from my side. Thank you for the opportunity, and have a good day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Prasida, for sharing your experiences. And our participants are truly inspired by your experience, and they will look forward to participating on more events in the college. Thank you so much, and please accept our gratitude.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and happy Women's Day to you.
Yeah, thank you. Happy Women's Day to you.
Thank you so much. And now we move on. So I see Dr. Srinivas has joined us in the meeting. Srinivas, sir. Good evening, Srinivas, sir. Are you able to hear us?
You're
Hello.
not muted.
Yeah, he's there. He's coming.
Yes.
Yeah. Good evening, sir. Good
Good
evening.
evening.
Yeah. I request you to share a few words with us.
Yeah. I have just joined to listen, not to say something. Yeah, I'm very happy
that's
to
fine.
join this meeting. I hope we can do. I thought originally that we can do this at least partially physically. So, but in any way, I congratulate you for organizing this program and very good speakers. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. And we are honored that you have joined us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I now request Madhu to share the video one last time. Is it possible, Madhu? I guess the volume is still not heard. The audio is not heard still.
Just a minute now, I'll just.
Yeah, sure.
So while sharing the screen, there's an option to share computer audio. Once you tick that, maybe we will be able to hear. You might want to reshare your screen for that.
Yes, Madhu. Stop sharing and then share again. And when you do that, look for
Yes,
the
ma'am.
option.
No.
You are the best gift that you can give to the world. Love yourself. Take care. Be kind. A statement. We've gone beyond the clouds. Reached out to the farthest planets. Deep space even. But the ceiling is up here. There is no ceiling. I know the world is different. There is a stark reality. There's a solution as well. Request. Let's collaborate. Let's reach out to those.
Increase the volume from your side.
we'll take it up some other time. In view of time, maybe no some. I'm really sorry, Madhu. Can you go on to the next slide? Supriya?
Yeah, hi, Ashmi. Yeah, good evening, all. As we conclude our
Just a minute. Just a minute.
Yeah.
Madhu will share his screen. Not the video.
Ma'am, my last slide. 1 minute. Will say.
Already 10 minutes over shooting. Maybe you can, skip this part. Go to the next speaker.
Madhu, still we can't hear.
I guess it's not audible.
Yes, Madhu, it's not audible.
Okay, ma'am. We'll see if I can do that at last. I'll just share the slide.
Did you tick the share with computer audio option?
Yes, ma'am. Did that.
Okay, okay.
Supriya, madam?
Yeah, good evening, all. As we conclude our International Women's Day 2024 celebration theme, Invest in Women, Accelerate Progress, I extend my sincere appreciation to each and every one of you who played a role in making this event a success. The theme serves as a powerful reminder of the pivotal role women play in driving progress across various spheres. I want to express gratitude to all our participants, speakers, and the dedicated team working behind the scenes for this valuable contribution. In embracing the essence of Invest in Women, Accelerate Progress, let us carry forward the commitment to supporting and empowering women in all the aspects of life. By investing in women, we accelerate not only their individual progress, but also contribute to the advancement of a society as a whole. Thank you all for your unwavering commitment to this cause and for being part of this inspiration celebration. Thank you all.
Thank you, madam. I also take the opportunity to thank you and all the people who have gathered here today. Wishing you again a happy Women's Day. And to all the girls and all the here supported us, Madhu, in the art section. Thank you very much for your support.
Thank you, Ashwini.
Ma'am, we can take a picture if whoever can come to the over the video.
Do you have an option where you can have those people without the video not coming up this screen?
In layout, there's an option hide participants without video.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Cheese.
Professor Devendra Gowda. Happy to have you here.
Happy Women's Day for all. Thank you.
Madhu, I don't see you.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Thank you and good evening, everybody.
Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you and have a good evening.
Thank you all.